Picture this. Two employees finish the same grueling project. The boss walks in. To the first, he says nothing, just a nod. To the second, he says, "The way you held this team together, I'll never forget it. Now tell me, who shows up tomorrow ready to give more?" Human beings are starving for appreciation, not fake praise, not sugary flattery, but the real thing. Dale Carnegie once said, "Be hearty in your approbation and lavish in your praise." And he wasn't talking about manipulation. He was talking about food for the soul. Because appreciation is not decoration, it's oxygen. Flattery is candy. It's sweet, it melts fast, and it leaves you hungrier than before. Appreciation is bread. It nourishes, it sustains, it stays. Think about it. When was the last time you replayed in your head a fake compliment someone gave you? Now compare it to the last time someone looked you in the eye and said something specific. Heartfelt, real. You didn't forget it, did you? Because appreciation has weight. Charles Schwab, one of the steel giants of his time, knew this truth. He once said the way to develop the best that is in a person is by appreciation and encouragement. He didn't carry a whip. He carried words. He'd walk the factory floor not with criticism, but with recognition. "Jim, you improved your numbers this week. I noticed. Bill, the way you handled that machine today was excellent." And guess what happened? Output soared. Because people don't work harder when they fear punishment. They work harder when they feel seen. Now contrast that with another story. A manager I once knew believed his job was to never praise. He thought, if I thank them, they'll get soft. So he criticized, he nitpicked, he demanded. And yes, his people worked. But they gave the bare minimum. Turnover was high, morale was low, resentment was thick in the air. He squeezed compliance out of them, but never commitment, because appreciation builds bridges, and he built walls. Let's see employee and its boss conversation. "Employee, do you even notice how much I put into this? Boss, you get paid, don't you?" Now imagine the other version. "Employee, do you even notice how much I put into this?" Boss, "Yes. The hours you stayed late, the patience you showed with the client, that's why this worked." Which world do you want to live in? Mention your thoughts and comments. Theodore Roosevelt had a secret. When guests came to the White House, he didn't just shake hands. He studied. The night before, he'd read up on their hometowns, their industries, their passions. So when he met them, he didn't say, "Nice to meet you." He said, "How is the harvest in Nebraska this year?" Or, "I read about the mine expansion in your town." Can you imagine meeting the president and realizing he already knew something about your world? That wasn't flattery. That was appreciation. And it made him unforgettable. How many people around you right now feel invisible? How many parents cook, clean, sacrifice, and hear nothing? How many workers give years of loyalty and never once hear, "I appreciate you"? How many partners stay through the storm and only get criticism, not thanks? The world is starving for appreciation. And you, yes, you have the power to give it. Let's make this plain. Flattery is selfish. Appreciation is selfless. Flattery exaggerates. Appreciation notices. Flattery feeds egos. Appreciation feeds souls. And people are hungry for the latter. So how do we practice it? Forget big speeches. It's the small, specific, sincere moments that change everything. Step 1, notice effort, not just results. The way you stayed calm with that angry customer impressed me. Step 2, be specific. Not great job, but your creativity on this design gave it life. Step 3, say it when it matters. Don't wait for the annual review. Say it in the moment. That's when it sticks. Step 4, make it personal. Tie it to the person's unique character. You're persistent. You don't give up, and that inspires me. Step 5, expect nothing in return. True appreciation asks for no return. It gives freely, real, specific appreciation. Here is father and child conversation. Child, "Dad, do you ever notice my drawings?" Father, "Of course, they're all over the fridge." Child, "But do you like them?" "Yes, the way you add detail to the faces. That's what I love. It shows how carefully you see the world. That's not flattery, that's appreciation. And a child will remember those words for life." Years ago, I received a letter from a man who had read Carnegie's book. He wrote, "I thought my family knew I appreciated them. I thought it was obvious. But then I realized I almost never said it. So I started. I told my wife how much her patience meant to me. I told my kids how proud I was when they tried, even when they failed. And in a month, my house felt different, warmer, happier, all because of words I should have spoken years ago. So here's the challenge. Before you sleep tonight, pick one person. Say something real. not generic, not flattery, but specific, honest appreciation. On the way you always listen to me, I don't take it for granted. Friend, when I was struggling last week, your call kept me going. Teammate, the detail you put into this saved us all. Say it, out loud. Watch what happens. Because honest appreciation is not just kindness, it's leadership, it's influence, it's power. My friend, if you found value in today's lesson, don't let it stop here. Subscribe to Carnegie's Path, where timeless principles still change lives today. Share this with someone who needs it. And remember, flattery is candy, appreciation is bread. One fades, the other sustains. And in our next lesson, we'll explore another secret of influence, how to inspire people to do what you want willingly. Not through pressure, not through fear, but by awakening in them a desire so strong they act with enthusiasm. Until then, keep your eyes open for the good, speak your appreciation sincerely, and watch the world transform around you. See you all in next video.